All right, morning everyone. Happy gold medal game day. I'm just going to break down this 4v4 face-off play that the Eagles run. Or I shouldn't even say it's a play, but it ends up happening this way. So let's just let this whole thing play through and then let's talk through the details. Okay, so there's no goal. 4-on-4 just ends. 5 seconds left of the period. Guys come out of the box. So let's look at this. Eagles win this. They come back. 48 decides to take it himself. We've got F1 pressuring the puck. So his job is just to divide the ice in half for Colorado. Force the puck up the left side here, or our right side, sorry. Left side defensively. So the thing is, we're in a pretty good spot right now if you're Coachella. But here's where things go wrong. For Coachella, right for Colorado. So we notice this forward is slashing across, which makes this defenseman's job. He's already deep, but they're just in contain mode. So if you're Colorado, what do? We slash across, which pushes this D back. And instead of this weak side D re-gapping and getting back towards the path of this player, he is now sagging. So I'd rather see him here, but instead he's here. So that difference, 12, 15 feet, sets up a lot of now good things for Colorado, bad things for Coachella. You never like to feel like you're this. Retreating, dangling a stick out, and getting stuck. So again, we don't let him get a breakaway, but we don't actually solve any problem defensively. So puck carrier gets it, swings the net, and this is where we love it offensively, don't like it defensively. So my rule of thumb for all defensemen is if you're going to be playing a rush, any one-on-one, we obviously don't want to get beat to the middle. But the second rule of thumb is you cannot get beat behind the net. So no breakaways. And then if you are going to get beat wide, you've got to stall the puck down here in the corner, force something back up the wall. Because once you get behind the net, we're going to see how compromised everybody gets. So goalie gets into his quote-unquote goalie school post play. And now we create some chaos. Wide open net. Wide open threat. Two players converging here. The weak side track being late to get over to the puck. And we've got a defenseman chasing. So all things tough for Coachella. All things good for Colorado. Now you see the goalie is compromised here. So he gets over, hurries to his post. But because of that, he's stuck. And really, we've got plenty of shooting options here. Low blocker. 7-hole. Or whatever we would call it for a backwards goalie. I believe it's still 7-hole. I'd have to wake my brain up here. High blocker. So we've got a lot of good options here. Doesn't go in, but the chance itself is created. So let's again break it down real quick from the Colorado standpoint. So what do we do? How can we take a situation where we don't have numbers and maximize our chance? Well, one, we can create space by slashing across and facing weak gaps. So most of you guys playing in most of these leagues have weak gaps all the time. So let's take advantage of this. We create a little crisscross. You come over. Puck carrier now attacks the new weak gap. Generates speed, but instead of skating wide, he skates straight at the defenseman. Why is that important? Well, he completely engages him now. And instead of this defenseman just sort of angling, he's forced to play it straight up. And this is where his footwork becomes compromised. And because of that, he also takes a second player. Absorbs the eyes here of the weak side D now, the new weak side D. And then what does 21 do? He comes back across. You notice he's playing what we call the blinders here. Right, so 21 doesn't just sprint towards the net. A lot of guys say, get to the net, get to the net. Well, no, not necessarily. Become a threat. You don't just have to get straight to the net. So this D, as he's looking at the puck, now says, uh-oh, here comes 21. now we've cleared out, and all 4 of the Coachella players end up on this strong side of the post. We're going to the weak side of the post if we're Colorado. Awesome chance created. So a lot of really cool details there. Again, doesn't lead to a goal. Probably could have or should have. It's a high danger chance there. So anyways, happy gold medal game day, guys. Take that with you. Lots of cool details there, and we'll keep rolling.